Right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to On Loose Lines, back for a Monday night. And hopefully I'm live on every platform that we have. Yes, welcome again to the show about, well, harness racing, but where we have a bit of fun. Got Greg Mitchell going to come on tonight's show very shortly, the chairman of the Creek, Albion Park, with plenty going on. He's actually going to discuss winter woolies. We've got the Winter Woolies live as we speak. That sale commences on Tuesday, the 10th of June. The catalogue is live. We'll show that in a second there, and finishes on the 12th of June. So make sure you go to nutrientstandardbred.com.au to be able to see that. We will be discussing that with Greg in a second, plus plenty of other stuff. There's lots going on in Queensland. Darren Clayton, unfortunately, got kicked to touch tonight because of... basically just had a few things going on, and so Greg's kindly come on to tonight's show, which is terrific. So we'll get him on. Just need to double check that we've got our audio. We've got a few people already watching, so I want to make sure. Yep, we've got good audio now. I've just got to make sure my phone. Got to ring Greg in a minute. Unfortunately, I couldn't do a check on my phone. The girls wouldn't answer the phone, and got no doubt they'll ring me in a minute. But yep, that'll be fine. So 12 people already tuned in and watching. You know how it works. Basically, get involved in the show and have a bit of fun. Got the big hat on. Haven't had it on for a while. I will say it was thrown at me just at the last minute. Jason Lee, hello to you. Jay James, and a few other people there as well. What's your go-to hat for winter? I had the beanie on. Haven't got a beanie on there at the minute, and I've got to put a different hat on in a second. That's got to be very annoying because I can hear that coming through myself. But what is your go-to hat, if you like, for winter time? What hat you like to put on? What's your go-to hat for summertime? What is your go-to hat? So I could see myself putting a big CC in the front there. Belt buckle was told. I reckon I could put a big belt buckle across the front here of the hat and go from there. It's going to be a big hat for this. But, just having a little bit of fun. From time to time, we'll get the message out there. NZB Standardbreds, of course, I haven't got the tile up. June 26 is their sale, so make sure you get involved in that. So... please keep an eye on that at any stage. If you want to fire a question in at any point of time, that Grammarly thing's going to annoy me down there. I'll have to do something about that. What I might be able to do is actually do this. We'll get it down. I use Grammarly a little bit because anyone that's watched anything that I do, my spelling is not the greatest and my punctuation is even worse. So we want to make sure we get the message out there for that going through there. So plenty on. All of my sponsors as well, and we will get back to these guys as well, but don't forget Aldebaran Eagle. That's annoying. That's a bit of a mistake. We'll keep it coming down even further down here to get it down, but standing for 3,450 exclusive to New Zealand, and of course the sire of Gatesy's Gem and Rockin' With Attitude. 2 fillies in the last 3 years. There's another question for you. 2 fillies in the last 3 years to have won the Oaks Derby double. Can't take you seriously in that hat. Brett Hogan, you never take me seriously. So where's my Wagga hat? I don't even know if I can see it from a distance. It's got to be over there on the bed too. So, I've poorly organised. But yeah, there is a Wagga hat here. He got one for me. I couldn't take myself seriously in that. It wouldn't fit on my thumb. So, but yeah, I'll take the hat off in a minute. But Hogs, you might be aware that there is a reason for it. A good mate of yours and mine might have suggested he wanted a bit of a laugh, so I thought I'd put it on and give him a bit of a cheer up. So, can you last 8 seconds? No, I can't ride a rocking horse, Lukey Ralph. Don't you worry about that. But at least I don't cry when my ute leaves the farm. That's for sure. That was disgusting. That was sad, Lukey. I can't believe we did that. Shed a tear for the ute driving out. But, get involved. That's the idea of the show, is to have a little bit of fun. We've got the different gravy back this week as well. Brecon winners, some bit of news coming out of New Zealand. Got an interesting little video, something a little bit left of field as well. So, wouldn't believe this. I don't have a nutrient hat. I'll tell you, I'm going to be in trouble. No, we're good. We're actually good. I also have one of these hats. Don't worry about that. We can. I don't mind my old cheese cutters. And this is a Regan Todd cheese cutter. So, yeah, they're very, very different as well. So, we'll just start highlighting the hats and bringing the hats out in wintertime. We might have a weirdest hat show or something along those lines as well. But, it's all just to have a wee bit of fun. But what we might do is we might get Greg on because we've got plenty to discuss. Now, this was brought up the other day. If I had, this is the Ultimate Drivers You can see it there when you bring it up a bit closer. Sorry about the glare. The Ultimate Drivers hat, and asked if it was on the back wall. And I said, yes, it is. It actually wasn't. I was over on the couch. The couch is disgusting. But yeah, it's over there. So, yeah, so it's another hat. Hello to you, Scotty Purden. Be very careful saying that the way you are. Rightio, let's get serious for a sec. We'll get Greg Mitchell on. We've got plenty to discuss with Greg. So hopefully he answers the phone, and hopefully my podcaster works for it. It does drive me nuts from time to time.
Hey, Paul.
Greg, how are you?
Well, thanks, mate.
That's good. I'm actually even happier that it works. I couldn't do a test. The girls wouldn't answer the phone to do a test, but it's all good. We've got you. And that, how is sunny Queensland? Is it stopped raining? You're having a fair bit of rain troubles up there, aren't you?
And I was still getting a little rain today. And
You there?
yeah, sorry. Yeah. Have I got you?
Yep, got me now.
Yeah. No, a little bit of rain till Thursday, and now supposed to sun up, and hopefully that's the end of it for a long time.
How was the weekend? Because I know the Gallops ended up getting called off. It's just relentless, isn't it? The rain that's coming through.
It has been. It's been pretty heavy. Albion Park got through okay. We've 10 races done and didn't miss any.
Didn't miss a race, and great to have Larry back. Leap to fame, mate. You must have been wrapped with that. From put your chairman's hat on. You wear a few hats. You're worse than me, but you do wear a few hats. But you must have been wrapped to have got him back to the racetrack and fronting up again this Saturday night.
Oh, for sure, Paul. He was awesome again Saturday night, and Pete's horse was great too. But they both dragged people through the gate, and we're looking forward to Saturday nighters again.
Yep, he's in the standing start, I believe. I've
got 30.
I've got every tab open except for Harness Racing Australia's tab, which is not unlike me to do that. But we will get that meeting up later in the night too. I think.
Won't be. Where is he?
I'm trying to find him too.
Race 6.
Race 6. There we are. I'll actually put that one up there now.
Yeah, 7:40.
Yeah, and a good field. Interesting him coming off 30 metres, but Darren Clayton alluded to me that they wanted the horse to potentially have 2 runs in 2 weeks, just to tighten him up a little bit. So a bit of an added bonus. I don't think any of you guys were necessarily expecting that to have happened this time.
We weren't, and we're probably hopefully he'll have one more before the 5th of July.
Yep. And go from there, because he just brings the crowds in, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Like even Saturday night, it was pouring with rain, but there was probably an extra 200 to 300 people there.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people got to see him. I know my daughter got to see him when we went to the Miracle Mile, actually, when we were up for Nutrien, and we're going to touch on that, the winter Woollies, in a second. But yeah, she was just excited to see him. That's what they are. These, Holly loves horses, full stop, and a lot of us do. And just I think sometimes when you're in it from the day dot, it can be a little bit. I don't know. You get used to it, ho hum, if you like, and we forget, the joy that these horses actually bring to some people.
Well, we tend to from time to time, but I'm sure anytime you talk to Grant, he brings a big smile to his face, and that replicates throughout the people that come to see him.
I will say hats off to Grant too, because anyone that knows Grant, knows he's not keen on the interviews. He and Trista, the job they're doing with this horse, they know what they've got, and they're selling it to the industry. I wish there'd be more people in the industry take up, from where they are as well, I think. But the job they're doing is outstanding. Not for Queensland, it's for Harness Racing Australasia. I think it's outstanding, and they've got a great horse, and letting everyone celebrate and enjoy it with them. So I think that part's terrific.
100%. And Kevin and Kay, they're prepared to take that horse anywhere, and they want as many people as possible to see him. And as you touched on, I think if everyone made their industry with the same gusto, we'd be better off.
Yep, well, we definitely wouldn't be worse off, that's for sure. Right, mate, we're going to tick off on a few boxes. We will start straight away. Oh, where did that go to that pun? We're going to start with the winter Woolies, because for Nutrien, you've got 7 in this sale coming up. I actually got notes here too, but I got them on the wrong part. But 7 fillies predominantly, all fillies in the sale. Three that are still racing. There is a 2-year-old we'll touch on there as well, but 4 4 brood mares. One of those is a 2-year-old that hasn't actually gone to stud. So might even touch on her for a start if you like, Greg. Rye, the down by the seaside out of St Kilda Beach. It's got down there that she's a 2-year-old, but she's also as a brood mare, mate.
Well, that's where we're headed with her. Couldn't sell her as a racehorse. She is injured, but great breeding out of St Kilda Beach. Fake left mare now down by the seaside, and we've already got another filly out of St Kilda Beach, so we can't keep them all.
No, so that's why she is definitely as a brood mare. She won't race again. That was probably, I suppose, the one thing I wanted to clear up, because people would see that and they'd say, "Oh, I wonder why it's down as that." But yeah, she's definitely not a racehorse, so that part's fine. Reserve Bank, 10 starts, 2 wins, so she's a nice enough filly. She's still there as a racing proposition. 50 each way, 1 win from 12, and 5 wins for Bev the Goat, one of the great names. 5 wins from 47 starts. So all quite capable horses, those 3.
Yeah, they're all nice fillies and mares, and the 2 3-year-olds are just ticking away. They're sort of hurt a little bit by the national rating system. We've just got too many females on our books. And Bev the Goat, since she's been in New Zealand, she's been a really steady, consistent horse. She's just not going to make the open mares here. So we'll give someone an opportunity to race and have some fun.
Yep, she's a rock and roll heaven out of a Mach 3 mare. So plenty of options there in the Brit Stallion barn as well. It's one of the problems that a few people are finding at the minute. There's not a lot of choice for some mares, but that mare's got plenty of choice.
Correct.
Yeah, and go from there. 50 each way, just very quickly. Betting Line, he's doing a great job, Betting Line. Much maligned stallion. A lot of people are quick to knock him, but he's doing a pretty good job. Son of Better's Delight himself, and this is an Art Major. So it's a good little cross. Plenty of black type up the top there, Greg.
Again, it's a really good family. They, if you go back through English Elegance line, and they seem to cross up with most stallions as well, so she'll be okay.
Yep, and 1 2-year-old win. You're just moving her on because of the rating system, basically?
Just the rating system, plus we've just got too many 2 and 3-year-olds at the moment.
Yep. So
and some have got to go.
It makes it hard. I'll touch on how many you got in a sec. We'll just keep going through these ones. Shannon's Millicent. This is a Monkey Bones mare, and she does throw a grey from time to time. Here she is served positive test info to EL Titan. Now, before you go on, Greg, anyone that is thinking of purchasing any of these mares from this sale need to notify both Mark and Christy 2 days after purchasing the horse. So that'll be Friday evening. It finishes, I think, because of the sale. I think that's how it worked. It had to be by Friday night. And then you have a week to take up that option to test that they are in foal. So please, all these horses have been tested close to the date. Do you know the time, Greg, on that?
I think you're pretty right with what you've just said, Paul, that you've got a couple of days to get through the positive through afterwards.
Yep, and be aware of it. Just get in touch with the team, so be aware there. But she's in foal too. Harass to Trotters, EL Titan. We've got one of those in the paddock. They're rippers. The reason for moving this mare on, mate?
Again, we brought her from New Zealand. We've got 5 out of our 6, actually, sorry. And the last one's a filly, so we'll keep her. And she's been a really good producer. Yeah, we had Okanagan, Dance 10 from 66. The Kicking Horse, if they go back and watch Friday's replay at Albion Park, he won first up as a 2-year-old.
Hang on, what's his name?
Kicking Horse.
Wow, okay. How did he get that name?
So my wife actually breeds Ferens, and if you know Okanagan, Banff, Squamish, Kicking Horse, they're all ski resorts.
Ah, very good.
So that's the theme.
You might be able to entice Joel Watson, because that's the Better's Delight horse that won the Nutrient Classic this year with a shocking name. When I say shocking name, too big for me to remember. But that's actually where that horse got its name from. It's a ski slope as well. So, yeah. And they go across.
Pat Driscoll, who is a great supporter of the industry, he also names a few after some ski resorts.
Oh, very good. Well, look at you go. There's going to be plenty of people. It is ski season, so we can go from there. Hello, Jolene.
Sorry.
Jolene, just out of just a tartan around a Sundon mare herself by Majestic Sun. He just does a great job, Majestic Sun. And this one is in foal to Always Ready.
Yes, we also have the Lane and also the other brother.
Oh, yep.
So we just got too many out of that family.
Yep. Yep. You've got a few. You touched on Rye. We'll touch on St Kilda Beach, and this will bring up Rye. So Rye is the down by the seaside 2-year-old, and this is the mother, of course, a fake left. This must be a tough one to put on the market, mate, because they just do an amazing job, the fake left mares.
That's why we bought her as a yearling, and we raced her through her whole career. But she's got a filly that she's leaving us now. So again, just trying to leave something in it for someone else.
Yep. She's not in foal herself, so but that is, and again, when we're talking about those crosses, she's out of an Art Major mare, but any of these new stallions, you've got your Captain Treacherous, your Sun Beach Lines, any of those horses will cross with fake left and generally leave winners. It's not a given, but it's pretty bloody close to it, isn't it?
It is. It's a good percentage if you look at them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Arc Amo is what? How do I go? Tiamo. That's better. Oh, geez, I can butcher a name. Again, she's had quite a few foals, so that'd be the reason you've got enough out of her at the minute.
Yeah, we've got a couple of the ARC horses in our broodmare band, and otherwise they just get too many in the one group.
Yep, I see Dangerous there back in that family going around against Leap to Fame on Saturday night. So yeah, make sure you keep on top of that as well. Greg, how many do you yourself, and is your wife's name Sharon? I might be in trouble, but
no, you're right.
Yeah, well, it was right. Good. How many do you guys actually have? Like, I mean, at any one time, or is that a bad question to ask?
We generally try and keep 20 racing at all times. So once you add the rest in, generally somewhere between 35 and 50, depending on time of season.
Wow, that's a big operation for you.
Yeah, it's probably got a little bit too big, so that's probably why we're trying to squeeze it down a little bit.
Yep. Do you enjoy the like the nutrient? You and I were speaking about it there a little bit earlier. Like, you pretty much partake in all sales, either as a seller, but then the flip side of that is I know you do buy, and you buy online from time to time as well. Do you enjoy the nutrient experience?
I do. I think the yearling sales have really got the event and system down pat, and the online is so easy now. Like, whether it be your yearling sale or the winter Woollies, you've got access from wherever you are in the world.
Yep, and there was a lot of confusion when it first started up, but I think anyone that's been on the platform for any extended period of time now doesn't have any issues with it at all.
Now, once you learn how to navigate it, like all things, it gets easier and quicker, and I'm sure Nutrien will continue to invest and it'll get better.
Yep, absolutely. And if you want to get in touch with Mark or Christy in regard to anything with the winter Woollies, make sure you go there next Tuesday through to Thursday. Yeah, that's right. Next Tuesday through to Thursday.
Yeah, no, that's right.
The sale opens on Tuesday, 10 o'clock, closes Thursday, 6 o'clock, and then that's when the bidding lights up. I will cover it. As I keep saying to people, I'm not live. I will be live when it happens, but I have got a 40-second plus delay. So anyone watching on my show, don't try and bid against it. You can watch and bid and the likes, but please make sure if you're going to buy a horse, get registered, get everything sorted, and log in onto the Auctions Plus Nutrien Equine official platform. Pretty simple, and then watch. You can have me going in the background. I'm actually going to be at Ballarat, which we'll touch on with Greg in a sec, but I'm going to be at Ballarat going live because that is the night of the Rising Star Ballarat Proto Star slot going up for grabs. So I'll probably start at 5:30 over there, and we'll capture the end of that sale and then go off and do some interviews as well. So it should be a pretty big night. So make sure you tune into that. 12th, 10th through to the 12th. So go from there. So Greg, anyone wants to know anything about these horses of yours, mate? You're happy to field some phone calls?
Of course, my number's there, or happy to ring Noel or Christine up at Burwood Stud. Photos will come up shortly. If anyone wants any type of vet certificates done, then by all means. But yeah, just reach out.
Yep, and don't forget to take up that option with they're like 37 and 44 are the only two that are positive in foal. But yeah, you do have that option to, if you want to get your horse vetted straight after it and go from there. I've alluded on a few things there, Greg. Quite a few things happening. We might start with the Proto Star. Firstly, from the club's point of view, I say you wear a few hats. Happy with how it's shaping up so far. I think there's two slot holders have been announced. You've got a big hand in one of those.
Yeah, only two announced. I thought there might be a couple more by now, but I think people are still trying to wait and see what other horses come out of the woodwork. We're only a month away, as you said. Obviously, Ballarat's got their qualifying race next week, which I think is a fantastic initiative.
Yep, it's something very, very different. Anyone wondering, it's the Durham Park Rising Star Ballarat, and it's for a Proto Star slot. It's going to be on a big night. They've got a big night of racing planned as well there, and basically the winner has the option of being able to take up that slot, go to Queensland. I think is it July 14, Greg? It is the race, maybe not.
July 12th.
July 12th. Oh, yeah. So it's a month after that. You've got the option going there. And I believe the club are going to put $10,000. The club, and Durham Park are going to put $10,000 towards that as well. So we want to make sure that people are aware of it and that race is there. And it is next Thursday. And I think I'm trying to just bring up the meeting calendar. I think from memory, that race you'll get entry via your prize money. Just minimum 7 acceptors. Just trying to see. I'm pretty sure Protostar is out. Oh, horse said, so show me the tan lines can't go around in that. Okay, that holds that one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's preferential draw, or you're going to start through your prize money. So there'll be a few people trying. This field is selected on prize money earned. Yep. So make sure you've got your horses there, and then if there is two that can't be split, there'll be a random ballot done on those. But yeah, go from there. So $20,000 race into a $500,000 final, plus $10,000 spending money, plus a hell of a carnival to be a part of, Greg.
It's going to be like this night two, but night one and night three are going to be super exciting. And I believe, like even the Ballarat Club, they've got their horse I See Red going around some Wednesday night.
Thursday at Ballarat.
Thursday, sorry, and obviously hoping to earn some prize money to maybe go around the following week.
Yep, that's the last race. There'll be a bit of intrigue there. There's a couple of very well-bred horses in that as well. So, yeah, Drew, I don't know whether Drew bad or Drew good, actually, but I See Red there for Jeff Webster. He's got two in the race, but, Geordie Leedham's taken the sulky reins. He could win on anything at the minute, Geordie. He is absolutely flying, and but yeah, I'm sure they'd be rapt to get a horse in it, and also then the opportunity of taking that horse to Queensland for the winter. I reckon they'd have a few volunteers. A few of the boys will be jumping on to be up there for the trip.
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't hurt our crowd.
No, they won't indeed. They'll probably be up there anyway, which is good, and they're very passionate about the industry and trying to do something different. Greg, you had a slot, and I say had because you've already secured Show Me the Tan lines. Very bold move. I would imagine that you saw him Miracle Mile night, and I suspect that since then there's probably just been a little bit of negotiations, just trying to get the deal across the line.
I actually saw that horse before Ian bought it.
Yep.
And I was quite impressed. And then, obviously Miracle Mile night. There wasn't a great number of 2-year-olds around at that time, but the deal was quite simple with Ian, and he was really easy to deal with, and we're looking forward to him coming over from WA and have a great time.
Yep. Adam Kelly's a great man. It's a good little story, actually, and Tyler Dew, who organised the sale of the horse over there for the connections, and over here he's got a good association with Adam. He's actually going to be in Queensland as well, but he's an exciting horse. I saw him Miracle Mile night, and he's a big unit. He's a lad. He gave Kate a bit of a hard time going up to the mobile the first time, but he took it all in his stride the second part, and he was just super impressive, wasn't he?
I certainly was, and I think with a little bit of time off, hopefully he's just filled out a little, got a bit stronger. And the race is going to be really exciting. Last year's edition was great, and Kevin's got a couple of nice 2-year-olds going around up here, and I'm sure everyone else will get a decent horse.
Yep, and there could be one pop up, like you said, Ballarat on Thursday night. There's Coco's World, Affirmation, Sweet Irish Luck are all first starters. Famous Crimes for Courtney Slater and Joshy Duggins had one start for a win. Soho Washington, we know the job Mickey Stanley does, and know he can cart a horse north as well. So I'm sure a few of these are hopefully looking to being there another week later, and potentially the opportunity of some good stake money and then a trip up north. So I think it's great. From the club's point of view, mate, you must be wrapped with other clubs, other jurisdictions buying in and almost celebrating this winter carnival that you guys have been able to achieve.
100%, Paul. I think, as I said, it was a great initiative by Ballarat and the Protostar, but I think also if you wind it back to February, we had the Gloucester Park Club here for the Ultimate Drivers Series. So I think it's great that clubs are supporting each other and the industry, and we look forward to doing the same if another event should pop up.
Yep, and I think it's the best way to grow the sport. Brad Steele was the CEO there for a while. He has now gone to New Zealand. I'm sure there's some toing and froing with New Zealand. There's already been Carter Dalgety backwards and forwards with Josh Devine organising a few of those things too. So the sport, thankfully from where I sit anyway, is actually expanding, if you like, and becoming more of a two-island sport, or three-island sport. I better be careful because there's two islands on over there in over the ditch. But it's getting bigger and bigger, which is what we need.
Oh, we do. We've got to work together, and we've got to promote this industry. And I think we're good at keeping a secret when we don't need to.
Yep, and celebrate like horses like Larry, leap to fame.
Makes life easy.
Everything else, mate, you look into Dominion Carnival this year. You've changed the way it is. It's going to be this way for 3 years. Initial feedback from the key participants, if you like, about it. And is it still progressing the way you guys as a club are hoping?
Initial feedback was really positive that the concept and the timing of it in the Winter Carnival of Queensland. I think it sits well within the racing calendar. Obviously, a few of the horses have gone by the wayside, which has been a bit disappointing, but that happens every year, and I'm sure another one will pop up that we're not expecting. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the bonus points work.
Yep.
And that was something different that's never been done before. And when we sat down to look at this event, we said to Racing Queensland and HRA that if we're going to do it, we're going to do it for 3 years. And we're going to innovate, and we'll try and reinvigorate.
Yep. And, of course, you have the Rising Star where you have the opportunity for a 4-year-old to take a spot as well, which is, another very, very different way of thinking. But I think it's, adds that element of intrigue, which I think, when the Inter Dominion was tried and tested, it was, 3 heats in 1 week, 8 days, I suppose, and then into a final. And, I'm big on history and all the rest, but in this day and age now, it's completely changed. We have to be conscious of how we are perceived, if you like, and how we look on face value. This idea of giving a 4-year-old almost a golden ticket in, it passes that almost community test, if you like, because it's saying, well, look, they're looking after the younger blokes, so they don't have to go in the hard way. They can get in a little bit easier, if you like.
I think it definitely shows that there's avenues, and we're going to continue to think of ideas for years 2 and 3 if we can keep building. As you said, I'm big on history and I like nostalgia, but nothing stays still and the same forever. And we need to make sure the Inter Dominion brand stays strong. And the only way to do that is to make sure the race is exciting and the fans want to come and see it.
Yeah, and then bring a bit of intrigue and, like you're going to, unfortunately you didn't get the Kiwi horses coming across. Chase, what's his name? Chase Auckland, didn't come across for Purdens, but he's having the ultimate operation instead, which is, I'm sure he would have rather been in Queensland, the horse, but things didn't go his way. But, there's still the opportunity that potentially a 4-year-old might come through and take up that option.
Well, someone's going to win the Rising Sun.
Yep, Sun, sorry. Not
so the opportunity will be there for them, and if they take it, we wish them well. As you said, we would have liked, we've still got a couple of New Zealand horses, but a few more. Probably disappointed none from WA, but we understand the travel constraints around that. But we'll work to get better.
Yep. The trotters and the trotter series, it's starting to hot up, and it takes a little bit of a different look, if you like, because last time the Inter Dominion was there, of course, Greg and Just Believe came out on top, and you had the Larry and Harry show that night. Huge opportunity this year for some up and coming trotters to potentially, announce themselves, if you like.
100%, Paul. I think it's a lot more open than people think. And I think it's going to be an exciting lineup. Obviously, Oscar Bonanova's here in Queensland now.
Yep.
London to a brick's flying.
Yep.
We're still hopeful with Kiang Sahara, but that's probably 50-50. But you still got the Queensland horses. Like Gus is one of the best trotters on his day. Golden Sunset was going really well before, went to Menangle. We're looking forward to an exciting race.
Well, I love what's going on in New Zealand, in Queensland with your trotters. I actually was doing something for Elder Baron Eagle and Duncan McPherson, and I got the Great Square. I looked up the win of Rockin' With Attitude, and of course she beat London to a brick. I think running sixth was the Locomotive. So in that race, like the depth of trotters that you guys are able to attract, if you like, up there to Queensland, and people taking these race series seriously, is awesome. And it's something that probably wouldn't have happened 5-10 years ago. There's definitely been a changing of the guard.
Oh, there's been a huge focus that we wanted to make sure that the trotting gate was included. And you mentioned the Great Square. We've moved that to our summer carnival because we couldn't fit it in the winter. But the race is still there, and we're excited to see what 3 and 4 year old trotters will come up later in the year.
Yep, and that's what it's about, is getting these horses and highlighting them and getting these new fresh blood, if you like. It's quite funny to say this, but I think the Queenslanders have seen the better and more of London to a brick than what the Victorians have, which wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened 3 years ago. That it's just because the races are there, the prize money's there. A horse like he goes up there and he's just he loves it. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely the ones from Queensland. Then you got Luke, Constantinople.
Yep.
They seem to make regular trips. So I think people from New South Wales definitely pencil in the trotting races in their carnival group.
Yep.
And come on up.
No, absolutely. Greg, thank you. Thank you very much for a start. Make sure you go to GSM. GSM, what's the last part? I'm going to get into trouble here.
Racing, just GSM Racing.
Yeah, when you go to I'll show people how to get to the website. So basically, if you go back to the homepage there, upcoming sales, click on the Winter Woollies, and there is the new dates, because it was actually going to be this week, but they pushed it back when Rise unfortunately was attacked. So they just put it back to the 10th and 12th of June. So that'll be going this week. Just hit on the catalogue, go on the online catalogue, and then all the horses are there: weanlings, yearlings, older horses, race horses, all the way through to broodmares, all of it which are listed. There is 97 horses to go there, and use the search engines if you want to look for it. So you just go to Consigner. You can scroll down to GSM Racing down here, or you can type it in up here as well. It'll sort it out for you. So there's heaps of ways of being able to use it. You can sort them by sires, by your dams, which is if you're looking for a set horse, consigners and preparers as well. So plenty of opportunity there, plenty of ways for people to be able to look at it. That's actually... Oh, sorry, I looked at something wrong then. I was thinking that's wrong, but that's actually right. So, yeah, Alabar Farms, Elder Baron Park are represented there as well. So, plenty of people involved there. Ben Stott, I saw Craig Judd was on earlier. He's got 4 in there, of course, great supporters as well. Dale Forbes, man off your committee, mate, as well. He's got a horse in there. So
yes, Dale's got one in there. Durham Park's got some.
Yep, they've got 7 in, and that's why one of the reasons I thought I'll go across there and Ballarat, because hopefully we'll be able to get Jamie there. They are selling weanlings the next day as well in Melbourne, so pretty busy time for them. But yeah, they'll work through that. But please get in touch with Greg. But anyone that wants to get in touch with the team, get in touch with Mark Barton and Christy. Go to nutrientstandardbred.com.au, and you'll be able to follow all the links there to be able to get in touch with the team there for Winter Woollies and get all your bidding done. Go to Auctions Plus, get signed up as well. Follow all the links, and yeah, you can go from there. But contact the team if you have any queries, mate. Thank you. If I don't talk to you,
Paul, could I just mention quickly
yes,
before I go that
do whatever you like,
anyone
mate.
looking to coming up to grand final night, could I please encourage them to contact the club, talk to Jim or Kate, make your bookings. At this stage, we're probably about 80% sold for our hospitality.
Yep.
And I'd hate for anyone to miss out if they leave it too late.
No, sorry, and that was one of the things I was going to ask, because there is plenty going on, so you want to make sure that that is all sorted.
Nights 1 and 2 at this stage are okay, but with grand final night, we expect to probably have the full hospitality packages fully sold within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yep, so pretty important information there. Mate, thank you. Good luck with the
No worries. Thanks for having me.
winner Woollies, and also good luck to the Creek and also Queensland Harness Racing over the next couple of months. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of eyes already on you with Larry up there, but with some great racing as well, so it's going to be terrific.
Thanks, mate. Talk to you soon.
No, good as gold. That's Greg Mitchell there. I haven't hung up on Greg. Hopefully he's hung up on me, but yeah, we'll go from there. But please make sure you're aware of that. Winter Woolies, go to the Standardbred section there, and you'll be able to get in touch with the team. As I said, Tuesday the 10th at 10 o'clock. It starts and finishes at 6 o'clock on Thursday the 12th. I will be there live with doing the live wrap as I do, but I'll be over at Ballarat, so we'll do that. We'll try and get a couple of guests to come in with me, so it's just not me talking the whole time, but we'll just try and change it up a little bit, but get people involved in that show, and just have a bit of fun if you like, and get the message out there as well, because it's pretty serious. But if you are purchasing a horse on that sale, do not think that you're watching me live. I will be live, but the way media works and the way things work, there's a 40-second delay to anything you're watching on Facebook. YouTube's a little bit quicker, but if you're watching Facebook, anything's a little bit quicker. So you can get caught out. So if you're watching it, listening to it in the background, just be aware of that it is live, but it is possibly delayed. So if you're bidding, make sure you bid to the platforms, and I'll keep reiterating that going through. Rightio. Plenty of stuff happening here at the World Brecon Farms. A little bit of news coming out of Brecon Farms at the minute too, but 3 winners on the weekend: Illicit Love, High Energy, and Twister. Illicit Love, lovely horse. Illicit Love's only won 3 from 14, but he's chased home Higher Power, or meant to be, in another 8 of those starts. He's ran second one occasion. They generally go 1-2, so doing a terrific job. High Energy, great little servant of the family, and Twister for Stonewall Stud. What about Stonewall? Highlighted last week on Over the Ditch with 10 winners over the weekend. Well, they've capitalised. They've had 18 winners in 10 days, which I think that is pretty amazing. So, from the 26th of, no, hang on, that's the wrong date. 22nd of May to the 1st of June, 18 individual winners. All-American player, of course, featuring 2 of those, 2 group races. So well done to those guys at Stonewall, doing an awesome job there and having a great little run going forward. Yabby Farms, great supporters of Campbell's Comments. I do have their hat down there. Can get that one. Don't forget your favourite hat too. Get involved. People have gone a bit shy, a bit quiet. Everyone like Malcolm Little. Hello to you. Get involved. But Yabby Farms are selling 6 horses at the upcoming NZB sale. Videos will be getting done Wednesday. I'll be there doing those. So photos and videos will be going up very shortly for these horses, and they will arrive the week of the sale. But lots 1,083, 84 and 85, and then you go to 87, 88 and lot 1089 on the supplementary list. If you go to, we'll go this way. We'll flick over onto this one here, and you can see there. So that's those guys there at the back of the sale there. But of course, the full sale draft is there. Great supporters of mine. Woodlands have also got 31 horses going through the upcoming sale. And I say about the search engines on these platforms, they're unbelievable. If you type in Woodlands, and then you'll see there the entire draft going through down by the seaside. What the hell? Didn't talk to. I was meant to actually talk to Greg there before about down by the seaside. He's a real lover of him, the job that he is doing. Speeding Spur, Sweet Lou, Lather Up, American Ideal, Better's Delight with 2 fillies. So massive opportunity. June 26th, that sale is on. in Karaka. So make sure you're aware of that, and make sure you become a part of it. You don't want to miss the opportunity there. So it's a terrific sale. So well done to everyone. Thank you to everyone who's liking the show. I've had a few people already like it, so I really appreciate that sort of feedback as well. And just have a bit of fun, but also try and get the message out there for the industry. Try and change it up a little bit where we can, get some of the stuff going out there. Shout out to Brecon Farms for also bringing the breeders All-American players. Malcolm Little, look at you go. I mentioned him from Stonewall. I didn't mention him that way, but they're having a terrific run, and hopefully look forward to doing a fair bit more with them going forward as well. So their hat is out of reach. It is definitely on the couch. I can't go and get that, or the shirt as well. While we're talking New Zealand, today at Ashburton, Bev Williamson. Bev is a regular on the show when she can be. She won't be today because she'll be travelling home. But 3 winners today as an owner. So congratulations, Bev. Nice little side note to that. I actually got an odd one here. Where is that? It's right here. So this horse is called It's So Easy. Now, it's the horse out wide. Have a look at it. I'll let this video play out because I've actually slowed it down in a minute. But what a piece of skilled driving from Peter Davis here. This horse actually wins. It's first up for 6 months. It posies up about 1-1, I believe, once they all settle down. But if you actually just watch the replay here in a sec, it's actually pacing right there. Now, Peter's able to get it back into a trot, and then it flicks back into a pace there, and then he gets it back into a trot there, and then lets the horse go forward. Unbelievable piece of horsemanship. I saw that at the corner of my eye just watching the races yesterday at Ashburton. It was an awesome day of racing, and it was a cool little one to see that. I think it was a great piece of horsemanship by Peter. Margot Nahn did a great job as well. It was first up for 6 months. The horse, I think, I'm going to guess, it might have been win 7 or 8, so she's probably got a few tricks to the horse, but I just think that when you watch it in real time, it's pretty cool to watch. It's actually doing its best to try and pace, and doesn't panic, doesn't have to fight its head, just waits for the horse to find its gate, and then away it goes. And I think well done to you, Peter Davis. Had a few winners this year. I think he's had 4 winners this year, so well done to him for that as well. Aldebaran Park, I said there before, of course, standing Aldebaran Eagle, exclusive in New Zealand. Another for the New Zealanders here as well for $3,450. And, of course, Aldebaran Eagle is the sire of Gatesy's Gem and Rockin' With Attitude. I saw Michelle was on there before, so hello to you, Michelle. But, super sire, doing great things, continuing to leave winners everywhere. I don't know too many stallions that have been able to leave, well, in 3 years. So in the space of 3 years, a filly that has won both the Oaks and Derby, New South Wales Oaks and Derby. He's done it twice. Gatesy's Gem and Rockin' With Attitude, and he's exclusive to New Zealand. So huge opportunity for anyone there to be able to get involved with that horse. Get in touch with the team at aldebaranpark.com and they will be in touch with you. I don't have the other ticker. I have. That's a ticker. That's the photo. Of course, that's a video of him there, 3,850. He was a winner of, I think, 8 races himself. Set a best time of 52 and 5. Quality horse by Muscle Hill. Just doing a great job and leaves winners everywhere going around. So I think that part is really, really cool. Right, the team at Woodlands, they're going to have to, we'll go with, actually, I do have it. We'll go with the Woodlands hat. I've got a few hats. Don't forget me ticker. We'll have to turn that one there off. What is your go-to hat? Surely you've got a go-to hat. No one has actually said about the go-to hat. It's just about having a little bit of fun the show and go from there. Like cheese grow, I have got quite a few. I always like my caps, but yeah, I definitely have a soft spot for the cheese cutters. And this is the Regan Todd one, so Todd Racing at the back. I think that's one of the smartest things ever. Would have been nice if we just had been able to have his colours just at the front. The flip side of that is you can wear this hat to a nice function. Everyone says, oh, what a lovely hat that is. No logo, but the logo's at the back. So, and I will say, HRV are rightfully so. They're pretty protective on branding and things like that, making sure people are sponsored. But yeah, there was a photo taken of the back of my bonce when I had this hat on, and yeah, pretty smart branding, I will say, from Regan Todd. So yeah, don't miss out on that one. But yeah, please get involved with that. Right, the team at Woodlands are selling 31 weanlings in the upcoming national weanling sales. Make sure you go to woodlandstud.co.nz or nzbstandardbred.com to be able to watch and look at the whole 31. I showed you there before to how to go through and get a part of them. One of the things we highlighted 2 weeks ago, another thing I was meant to say to Greg, because Timmy Teo was our first different gravy. He went on to win his next start as well, so he was pretty impressive, that horse here. This time, for different gravy, we El Maestro we'll go with. This horse on the outside, there in the blue colours. This is a first starter by Lather Up. Didn't write down the name of the mare that he was out of, unfortunately. But yeah, he is a son of Lather Up, 55-8 at Pinjarra, if you like, running away from him, deaf-seated the whole time. And it's Hughesy's different gravy. That happened today, race one today. You want to go and watch a full replay of Pinjarra, go back and watch that. And yeah, that's our different gravy for the week. Could be a good little form line, that, because the great man's pretty confident that he knows how to pick these horses. But we'll say, it does show an electric turn of foot here in a second, just here in a minute, where he really asks him and finds the line terrific. So I wrote a lot of notes, but I didn't write that 55-8, but I didn't do the breeding, other than I do know he's definitely a son of Sudsy, Lather Up. And yep, keep an eye out. There is three fillies by Lather Up in the upcoming sale, NZB Weanling sale as well. Plus, he's doing a great job. Stonewall Stud, the interview I gave with Steve last week as well, gave a big push for a couple of those horses coming through as well. And also, my friends at Brecken Farms, they also have one weanling in the National Weanling sale. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is right there. Lot number 1. Oh, no, that can't be right. That's sales results. Hang on a sec. We'll go back here. So that was lot number 1 last year, but I'm pretty sure the guys at Brecken have got, there we are, Major Linda Lovegrace. And, of course, she sold through Gavel House just the other day. What do I after? This button right there. So lot 1081 is the Art Major Bay Colt out of Linda Lovegrace. I bet it's the light mare. She's by In the Pocket. Treacherous Love, Love Struck, Gina Grace, Smooth Deal, Jessie Grace. I was going to say there's a really nice mare in the back end of that family, and there it is there, Jessie Grace. So make sure you go and look at that horse there as well. The only one they sell in the weanling sales, they are predominantly yearling sales sellers. So, yep, make sure you get across that one as well. That's about all I've got. I will say, actually, I was just reading. I'm going to get it up here. Pretty cool little story for. I want to make sure I've got all of those buttons hit. Yep, the Winter Woollies, of course, that is it there. So make sure you're aware of when that one closes. Better give my friends at Barristock a nice little plug too. And don't forget, if you've got any issues with droughts, which plenty of people out there have, yep, make sure you get it along there. I was reading this story written by, and I want to give the person Terry Gange. It was great little story there from Michael Ramstein. Now, Just Believe and Michael Hughes. There's been plenty. This one here is where I wanted to go. Said there from him, and the job that he's done. But yeah, helping Michael Ramstein train his first winner, giving him a bit of guidance, and well done. I think it's a horse that had 4 starts, bred it, raced the broodmare, picked the stallion, raced it, and got the chockies, races the horses with his family and things along those lines. So, yeah, make sure you go and have a read of that at thetrots.com, because, yeah, pretty cool little story. And, yeah, we get caught up in this industry. We get caught up in it, and, yeah, it can, I suppose, do people's head in sometimes. We get caught up going round and round and round, but, yeah, get these great stories as they come along. And I interviewed Rory Coverdale the other day after she trained her 4th winner, and I love the feedback you see on the stories where people are commenting on it, and it's just those little stories sometimes we forget about. And yep, a nice race on a Geelong on a coldish night. There actually it wasn't cold; it was bitter early on. It got better once the sun went down, but until the sun went down, it was terrible. And but yeah, she did a great job there as well. So yeah, plenty happening there. But yeah, if you are watching this in replay, we've had quite a few comments on there. But as I said, I just thought I'd have a wee bit of fun. It was actually borderline a challenge. The suggestion was that I didn't own one of these. I do. I didn't actually pay for this one. Bardo paid for this one. Always declare your hand. But yeah, Mark Barton definitely paid for it. Going back a little way ago, but yeah, I don't always wear it, but yeah, try to have a bit of fun. Don't ever take myself too seriously. Try and get the message out there. I've had a bit of feedback actually. I had a little bit of feedback from a few people about things that I say that not necessarily 100% right. More than happy to be corrected. I only say it as I see it. The things I see, I just try to get the message out there. And as I say, supposed to keep people informed, and that there's been a couple of emails. I had a private message from a person that, was back to front and upside down. I just couldn't, for the life of me, understand it, so I didn't even try to. But yeah, I appreciate feedback. I appreciate I don't do everything right, but please, I don't take myself seriously. Just try to have a little bit of fun with the industry and trying to keep it going. Alex Smith, hello to you, Alec. We've got to do an interview. 3 years in the making that interview is going to be, if we can get that across the line, about breeding and numbers. And there is a worry about it with the sport. A lot of talk at the minute around the sport and the direction we're heading in and what we can do. And we need to be aware of it. And people like Alex Smith have ideas. We need to go from there. And maybe next week's show, maybe I can turn around and make next week's show about breeding. I don't know. Maybe not next week. No, next week I can't. I'll be in Ballarat. But we can try anyway and go from there. So, and try and get that message out there. We are on Twitter. So we've had quite a few people watching us on Twitter as well. So, which is good. So enjoy getting out to different audiences. Pat Fitzpatrick, hello to you. Pat, Craig Schuyler, terrific Craig is as well. Sam Volpe, hello to you as well. Yeah, plenty of people getting involved in the show. So, yep, and talking harness racing and having a bit of fun. Rightio, so next week, next week I'll be live on the air on Monday, but the following Thursday, be aware that we'll be doing the wrap of Winter Woollies for the team at Nutrien. So we will be doing that one and getting that message out there. We'll be back next week. Try and potentially have a few more guests. Didn't even say this show's going to be on tonight, and I sort of half enjoy doing that. I don't do it every week either. One thing I don't do the show every week because I get a bit busy. Last week we had the awards. Anyone went to the awards? Didn't even bring that one up, actually. It was a good night. I thought very, very good night. No disrespect, probably barring one person, but the rest of it was good. It was clean. It was quick. Got the message out there. So, yep, if you went to the awards night as well. Not a lot of takers on my hat. Anyway, maybe we'll do that. We'll have to do a show. We might even do next week's one on your best food or something along those lines and put the challenge out there. I might even do that. We might try and give a bit of notice if I'm going to do that going forward. Do not forget all my sponsors, Winter Woollies for Nutrien sale. It starts on Tuesday the 10th, which is next Tuesday, and goes through till Thursday the 12th of June. So make sure you get involved in that. Go to nutrienstandardbred.com.au to be a part of that. Different gravy this week for the team at Woodland Stud is the son of Lather Up, El Maestro. I think it's a rock and roll Hanover mare. I can actually do that. I will get it up. Pinjarra. And it is an All-American Ingot. Sorry, Lady in Command is the mare. So, yeah, All-American Ingot. But won't be the last race that horse wins. And that's Hughesy's different gravy for this week. So make sure you look after him. team at Yabby Dam Farms, as we turned that one off there, I've got 6 yearling weanlings going to the NZB sale in June. Must fix that up. June doesn't have a capital. Apologies for people that don't like the way I do mistakes. 26th of November, 26th of June, sorry, at the NZB National Weanling Sales at Karaki. You'll see their lots there. They're not in the catalogue. I actually have a hard copy catalogue. They are not in the hard copy catalogue. They're on the supplementary online list as well. Going through there. I like our animals. This thing is feral, but that's Nulla, our cat. So, yep, she's just down there at my feet for some reason. Going there. Malcolm Little, Paul, you do a top job. Keep it up. You don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. But if it wasn't for the likes of yourself putting it out there, the industry would be in trouble. Thanks, Malcolm. Appreciate that. Malcolm, of course, one of the owners of the Great Horse Just Believe, who's over there on that side there. Wow, picked the right hand for once too. So getting the message out there. Rightio, Nutrient, the team at Woodlands, Aldebaran Park, of course, with Aldebaran Eagle exclusive to New Zealand breeders next year. Frozen semen, New Zealand for $3,450. Trying to turn off the other one that's going in the background. There, Aldebaran Eagle, of course, the sire of Gatesy's Jam and Rockin' With Attitude, who both won the New South Wales Oaks and Derby Double 1 week apart. So which is an amazing effort for that horse there. The team at Brecon Farms at Waikato will be going there. They don't know it yet, but I'm actually going to be there when I go over for the weanling sales. Myself and Marie are going to be over there for a couple of days, so we'll go across there and be a part of that as well. So, got my sponsors, of course, Barristock, awesome sponsors, awesome breeders. Need a new jacket, Alex, if you're watching. This one's a good jacket, warm, love it. It's a bit faded. It used to be a deep blue, but not now. Can't turn that inside out. But yeah, rightio, guys. Thank you. Had a little bit of fun. Again, never take myself too seriously, but really appreciate people tuning in to On Loose Lines, a show we just talk about it, get the message out there. Stay tuned. There's going to be a cooking show coming up in the next week or two. We might even get some people cooking live if I've got them, see what their go-to dish is in winter time. Have a bit of fun. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next Monday night. Stay tuned, New Zealanders. Little teaser. We might be live 6 o'clock tomorrow night in New Zealand. We might try something different. I'll just see. Got to work out a few people just yet. But, yeah, we might try and do Over the Ditch live, 6 o'clock New Zealand time. So a bit early for the Aussies. Just going to try it and see if it works or it doesn't. Nathan McGowan. Hello, you, Nath. Hopefully you're well. It's very cold where Nath is. Nath likes lighting bonfires. And anyone that wants to light a bonfire now need to be aware of one thing. You need to get a permit because, did see a couple of people had the fire brigade rock up because, yeah, if you haven't got a permit now for a bonfire in Australia or Victoria anyway, the nanny state, you can't run it from there. Scotty, thank you very much. Alan McDonough, hello to you. Maddie Clayton, hello to you as well. So, thank you very much, guys. As I said, this week's show, the question was, what is your go-to hat? Anyone wondering why I've got it on? But just try and have fun, promote the sports and good racing. Make sure you tune in Saturday night at Albion Park, plus Victorian harness racing. There's plenty going on everywhere, so good night of racing. Rightio, that's it. Officially, I am over. Appreciate people tuning in. Let me know, what is your go-to hat? See you all next week.